Burnout doesn't always look like being overwhelmed. Sometimes it looks like not caring anymore. A lot of people think burnout means total exhaustion, collapsing at your desk, unable to do another thing. But the reality for many is quite different. Many people experiencing burnout are still highly productive. They're still responsible. They're still showing up every single day, hitting their deadlines, and managing their teams. From the outside, everything looks fine. But what's changed is quieter, a subtle shift on the inside. You feel emotionally flat. Things that used to excite you or even frustrate you now just don't. You find yourself avoiding things you used to enjoy, like hobbies or social gatherings, not because you're too busy, but because the effort to engage feels monumental. You're functioning, but you feel disconnected from your work, from your life, even from yourself. And that disconnection can be incredibly confusing. It can make you think, maybe I'm just lazy now, or maybe I've become unmotivated. Let's take a moment and remove the shame from this conversation. Burnout often hides behind a mask of competence because you're still getting things done. You tell yourself you can't possibly be burned out. Yore, fiing. The signs are so easy to miss, even in yourself, because they don't match the dramatic picture of burnout we often see portrayed. It's not about a sudden crash, it's a slow fade. So what's actually happening inside our minds when this occurs? From a neurological perspective, burnout can be understood as your brain's energy conservation response. It's a protective mechanism. When you experience chronic, unrelenting stress over a long period without adequate relief or recovery, your nervous system starts looking for ways to reduce its energy output. It realizes that the constant high alert state is unsustainable. So, instead of sounding more alarms like anxiety or panic, it does the opposite. It starts turning things down. It dials down your motivation. It lowers your emotional intensity. It reduces your curiosity and your capacity for creative thinking. This is precisely why burnout doesn't always feel dramatic or catastrophic. It feels muted. It feels like the color has been drained from your world. Think of it like a dimmer switch, not a sudden power outage. The lights are still on, but they're growing progressively fainter. Your brain isn't failing you. It's trying to protect you from a complete system overload. It's essentially sending a message. I cannot sustain this level of output anymore. We need to ask for less, feel less, and do less to survive. This internal downregulation is a biological strategy to conserve your dwindling mental and emotional resources. It's a sign that your system is deeply fatigued, not that you are personally flawed. Let's talk about some of these hidden signs of burnout, the ones people often miss because they don't fit the classic definition of exhaustion. Sign number 1. You stop reacting, both to good news and bad news. A major success at work gets muted that as nice instead of a feeling of pride. A frustrating setback doesn't spark anger, just a tired sigh of resignation. This isn't apathy. It's a defense mechanism. Not caring starts to feel easier and safer than feeling everything so intensely. Your emotional range narrows until you're living in a state of neutral gray. It's a sign that your emotional circuits are overloaded and have gone into a low-power mode. Sign number 2. You feel tired of people, not necessarily of your tasks. You might find that the work itself is still manageable, even interesting. But the thought of another meeting, another team collaboration, or even a simple chat with a colleague feels utterly draining. This is often called social fatigue. Human interaction requires significant emotional and cognitive energy you simply don't have to spare. You start to withdraw, preferring to work alone, not because you're antisocial, but because you're trying to conserve what little energy you have left. And sign number 3. Small, simple things start to feel heavier than big, complex ones. Replying to a simple email, making a phone call, or deciding what to have for lunch can feel like climbing a mountain. This seems counterintuitive. Why would a small task feel so hard when you're still capable of tackling large projects? It's because your executive function, your brain's capacity for planning and self-regulation is already completely spent. You've used up all your mental energy just showing up and getting through the assembly. There's nothing left for the little things. It's crucial to understand that these are not character flaws. They are not signs of weakness or laziness. They are signals. They are your body and brain's way of communicating that the current level of demand is exceeding your capacity to cope. The experience of burnout doesn't mean you've permanently lost your spark or your passion. It means your system is quietly, desperately asking for relief. It's a distress signal, but it's a quiet one. And here is the hopeful part. The part we must hold on to. Burnout doesn't end with pushing harder, with more discipline, or with just toughing it out. That's what got you here in the first place. The journey out of burnout begins when your brain starts to feel a few key things. Less pressure, more control, and a sense of safety. Safe enough to care again. Safe enough to feel again. The numbness, that feeling of disconnection, is reversible. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Your nervous system simply got stuck in survival mode for far too long, and now it needs a period of genuine rest and recovery to come back online. This isn't just about taking a vacation. It's about fundamentally changing the conditions that led to the overload. It's about creating space for your system to feel secure again. If this video helped you recognize something in yourself, or if it helped you put words to a feeling you couldn't quite explain, please consider liking the video. Your interaction helps this kind of calm, honest content reach more people who may be quietly struggling and in need of this perspective. If you know someone in your life who seems distant, withdrawn, or emotionally tired, perhaps consider sharing this video with them. Sometimes, just feeling understood can feel like a lifeline. You're also warmly welcome to subscribe for more thoughtful, science-based videos on stress, burnout, and how our brains work. We explore these topics with compassion and clarity. And if you feel comfortable, please leave a comment. It could be something as simple as "this made sense," or "I needed this today." Reading through the comments can be a powerful reminder that you are not alone in this experience. There's a whole community of people here who understand. This content is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice.